In this example, we're going to talk about or look at common factors within trinomials first. What this means is that we can see the first example, A. We have 2 in our first term and 8 in our last term. And they're all even, 2, 10, and 8. 2, if I try and factor 2 and then 8, it may be complicated, but it might not. But if I divide out a 2, factor out a 2, we'll see what happens. Okay, now we can see 2x squared divided by 2 is x. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot my x squared. Hold on. So, even as a math teacher, I've been doing math for 20 years now, I still make mistakes, same as you. It can happen very easily to anybody. You always go back and check your work. You don't feel like, oh, I make mistakes. I don't know how to do this. I'm too bad at math. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so we have x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now the 2 is on the outside, and what's inside the parentheses, we know how to factor that. So we need factors of positive 4, which means they're both either negative or positive. And now the middle term is positive 5, which means both factors have to be positive. We can't have a negative plus a negative. It doesn't become a positive. So forget the negative factors. So this works out. Now I'm not finished. I have to go back and don't forget the 2. The 2 is still there. I haven't gotten rid of the 2. It's 2 with these 2 binomials next to it. You'll see it in a minute. And that's how we talk about working with trinomials with common factors. Now, B seems a little bit more complicated, but they have one in common. Well, they have several that could divide through. I could divide by 2, or I can try and divide by a 4. Now, the first coefficient is 4. I can divide that through and see what happens. We'll try that first. As I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, wait a minute, there's something else in common. I looked at my coefficients, but I ignored my variable. Now, variables can be in common too. I have x to the fifth, x to the fourth, and x to the third. Now, looking at the lowest power, I know they all have an x cubed. I can divide that out too. No, no, I'm telling you, 4x cubed times a quantity, x squared minus 7x plus 10. Now, looking at the trinomial there, I can factor that out. The negative 7 tells me the two factors combined or added together will be negative. The positive 10 tells me the two factors have to match. Positive, positive, or negative, negative. Now, I automatically know that 10, the pairs can be 1 and 10, or 2 and 5. I know they're going to be negative for sure. Negative 2 plus negative 5 equals negative 7. Okay, just showing my work now. Now we've talked about how to factor things and divide out if we have two variables in previous vlogs. And now we've talked about common factors. We look for things that all the three terms have together. Divide it out. Once we divide it out, most of the times the remaining trinomial can be simple to factor. Not always, but sometimes. Thank you. Have a good day.